I'm joined by some very impressive students from Castle Rushen High School. I've already said you're impressive now, so don't let me down. All right. We have Camilla, and we've got Evie, and we've got Izzy, and we've got Hannah with us, who are from one of the Charity Challenge groups. And we're talking about Seed Madagascar. Evie, I'm going to come to you first. Can you just explain what the charity is?
Yeah, so SEED actually stands for Sustainable Environment Education Development, and their aims, they have 5 main areas of aims: water and sanitation, education, community health, livelihood and conservation. They have dedicated members based in Madagascar, and they have lots of their offices in London.
And why did you want to support them? Did you have a choice in who you were supporting with the challenge?
Yeah, so you get to go and see lots of different charities, and we decided to pick SEED because of their island base in Madagascar. We thought that because we live on an island, we have some similar connections there.
But that's interesting you say that, because, I mean, full disclosure, I wouldn't have known much about Madagascar. Did you know much before you started doing this?
Not really, to be honest, just going off the film.
Yeah. I don't think it's a two-dimensional world, but maybe it is. Who knows? All with colourful animals and characters and things. I take it you've learned quite a lot since then.
Yes.
Yeah. What are some of the big take-homes that you've learned about Madagascar since you've been doing this?
Well, mainly just covering the Anosi region, which is an area in southeast Madagascar, which have almost 900,000 in their population, and just some of the projects that SEED have been focusing on, such as the quality education and the environment, which is what we've been focusing on advocating for.
Yeah, and obviously doing a very good job of it. I mean, you're up here advocating right now, which is excellent. Camilla, I was asking you off air there if you all have sort of different roles within the group. How does it work as a team?
Yeah, so we obviously chose our team, so we all decided on each other to work with, which was nice. It was nice to get the opportunity to choose your team. We just decided that we were all going to pitch up our ideas and sort of brainstorm together, come up with as many ideas as possible to really sort of get the most out of the experience. And we all, I feel like we work very well together. No one has a specific role. But yeah, we just try and focus on all areas all together.
And what are some of the things you have to do?
So the main thing is sort of planning fundraising. So we've got a few things that we're planning on at the moment, but another thing is also like the research that goes into it, because of course they have the website and they have lots of social medias that we can look at, but there are some things that we do have to go and look at separately, so that's a big part of it as well.
And with regards to fundraising then, Izzy, you've already raised some money, haven't you? What have you been doing?
Yeah, I mean, what we've focused on at the start, we've kind of done the similar things. We've taught a lesson in school, which include like different activities to do with Madagascar. And then we went to a primary school to do kind of the similar thing, but more aimed at their age. And then we also went to a Rainbows like girl guiding group, and we did lots of craft things to do with Madagascar there as well.
That sounds like really good fun, actually. Yeah.
And I think they all really enjoyed it. All the kids were getting really involved as well.
How did you find it teaching? Because we've got Miss Metcalfe in the studio. Hello, Miss Metcalfe in the background there. What did you think of the teaching bit? Is it really tough?
It was actually all right. Because we were doing quite a fun like projects and stuff, they were getting really involved, which was helpful for us.
Yeah, and then I suppose you learn as well, because quite often did they ask you questions?
Yeah, they did. A lot of quite random ones as well. We had to delve in to find the answers for them.
You mean you actually had to do some work?
Yes.
It's fair enough, really. Hannah, you've got more plans, and one of the things that was mentioned to me in email was that you've got sort of outreach plans to go further afield as well. You've been visiting different homes and things, haven't you?
Yeah, well, we have had plans to do things visiting like Southern Befrienders, and we have plans to do a bake sale in our school next week. And we're going to do a coffee morning in our sixth form to raise awareness and money for the charity.
And what does that money go towards?
Well, some of the main things is the school projects, building schools and building desks. And they also build teachers' housing and provide teacher training.
It's really, really valuable. And I suppose it probably gives you a different take, doesn't it, on what it's like being a student and trying to get education in other places.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because a lot of children in Madagascar don't actually get to go to school. So it's good to know that there are more schools being built to make that more accessible.
Quite eye-opening, really, isn't it? I mean, Camilla, what do sort of your friends and family and other students make of this? Are there many other students taking part in the Charity Challenge in Castle Rushen?
So it's our group of 4 and then another group of 4 that are sort of competing to get into the final. I think we've had fewer groups in the past, but also more, so it just depends year by year. But it's part of our enrichment at Castle Rushen, and it's a chosen task. So there are a few different options that you can do, and we've chosen to do the charity challenge, and everyone's very supportive of it. The teachers, obviously Miss Metcalf, we couldn't have done any of it without her. She's amazing at organising and getting stuff done for us, so very grateful about that. But yeah, it's just very supported and everyone's very welcoming to do it, including we have Wendy from the One World Charity Centre, and she comes in weekly to do presentations and help us work out how we're going to help our charities, which is amazing.
It's clearly a really good thing to be involved with, especially sort of when you're going through high school as well. And Evie, I mean, you've got other plans, obviously, but you've got this kind of competition or presentation you have to do. What do you have to do for this, and when is it?
Yeah, so we have an in-school final on the 13th of February, so coming up very soon. And then if we get through there, we have our main final, which comes against all of the other schools on the island and their teams, apart from Ramsey Grammar, I think, that don't have a team this year. And obviously we're hoping to win that, but you have to put together a 10-minute long presentation about your charity, and you have to be as creative as possible. So we're just trying to think of ways that we can stun the judges.
Oh, I love that. You're going to stun the judges. I mean, that might be frowned upon, but go for it. Why not? And Izzy, you've got some pretty big boots to follow in, haven't you, from Castle Rushen?
Yeah. Last year they won the advocacy prize, so got to come up behind that, which is quite difficult. But
you could do this. We believe in you.
Yeah,
we
thank
believe
you.
in you. Well, listen, all the very best, all of you. I mean, we need to know where to go to find out more. So, Hannah, how can people actually support your group, Seed?
So, well, the Seed Madagascar website, you can donate via there, and they have lots of social media. It's just at Seed Madagascar. So they have lots of information, posts quite often.
And we'll obviously share a podcast of our conversation. We'll put all the links on there as well. And if we can get the video to work, we'll post that online as well. It doesn't always play ball, but fingers crossed it has done. Before we go, Camilla, I'm going to let you pick a song and dedicate it to someone.
Okay, so we're actually going to put on Under the Bridge by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is one of my dad's favourite songs, so thank you very much for letting me play it.
Good taste in music. We're happy to play this one. Castle Rushen High School's Charity Challenge Group Seed. Many thanks for coming in, and all the very best. This is for you.
Thank you so much
guys.
for having us.
Manx Radio's 1 to 3, tended by Ramsey Garden Centre. Open 7 days a week.